Hi everyone, welcome back to the House of Joseph. It's really lovely to see you all here today. Now then, beautiful ones, in today's makeup tutorial, we're going to be having another look at this. Now, I have looked at this a lot, granted. I know that I do harp on about white powders a lot, but today we're going to be forming a paste and we're going to be using this as our primer today. So if it sounds like something you guys want to find out more about, stick around. Any sort of white powder will do, guys, even a coloured powder. So as long as it's pressed, you know, you need the sheerness of a pressed powder to do this. A powder foundation, I haven't tried it with a powder foundation yet, although I could, couldn't I? Why not? Future tutorial there, eh? So first of all, we need to form and you need to choose your foundation too. And today we'll be using the IRL Skin Filter Foundation. So, right, gorgeous ones, in my jug here, I've got water and I've got two brushes, and there's my stippling brush, which is there, and my paddle brush, which is there. And what I'll do is I'll apply and I'll mix the paste and then apply the paste with my my paddle brush, and then we'll apply foundation with this stipple brush. Both will need to be soaking wet well. The white powder needs to be soaking wet to start off with, but I suppose that the stippled brush could be damp. We'll try it out though, shall we? Today's experiment. So guys, that's soaking wet, isn't it? My paddle brush, put him over there, otherwise he'll go everywhere. And here's my J cloth, and all I do is I just dab off the excess water. How are you all? I hope you're all okay, gorgeous ones. Today's not very nice in England, a little bit overcast, so let's form this paste, shall we? Rather than me waffling. And this does pick up really, really, really well. What I mean by picks up really well is you know that once you put it on the brush, you don't need very much of him at all, so we'll just dab the excess off, and I'll start by painting him onto the central parts of my face. And the reason I'm doing this today is that I felt like I needed something which was almost like a spackle. Do you know what I mean? That could fill in my pores, wrinkles, and so on. And I didn't want to go out there and buy a new prime when I've got lots of white powders in my possession. And as you all know out there, I'm quite a big fan of you know, making pastes and playing around with makeup basically to try and get the most out of it. Might have to zoom you in a minute, guys, if that's okay. You're ever so far away, aren't you? Are you there, guys? Are you there? Miles away. Pop him on the floor. Right, so shall I shut up and get this blended onto this old face? Yeah, let's do that. Right. Yeah, and I was saying, wasn't I, that the whole idea behind doing this today was the fact that I had so much success with filling my pores in using just the paste. And then I went in with a powder foundation, and I haven't tried this method with a liquid foundation yet, which is why we're going to be doing that in a minute. And this is a silicone-based powder, which is brilliant because that means that we can then use it with confidence with a, do you know what I mean, with a silicone-based foundation. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be blended in massively well, because obviously when you go in with the foundation, that will further blend any areas of white powder which you haven't blended in totally. It's important to let that dry now, so I'll start fanning it with my hand. That's totally dried now, gorgeous ones. And what happens is, as it dries and the water evaporates, and the silicones then bond with the skin, leaving you like a second sort of skin. Sorry guys, you can see how good my skin looks, can't you now? Obviously apart from the spots, but right, so that's soaking wet again. Right, beautiful ones, let's put, how much should we put on? A pump and a half? Oh, come on. See you in 10 years, beautiful one. Pump's refusing to work, so what I've done is I've unscrewed the foundation, and I'll just apply some of that one onto the back of that hand. That should be plenty for one application, and hopefully, beautiful ones, by doing this method you will use a lot less foundation too. So I'll pick up that one on there. This would be ideal for maturer skins, and we'll start by painting him onto my skin. And as I said before, as soon as you apply this onto the powders, the powder marries with the foundation. And because it's a white powder, it gives you a nice base. Do you know what I mean? It makes the colours truer, makes them last longer too. This is quite a nice foundation. It's the IRL Skin Filter Foundation from Revolution. And what I'll do now that's onto the skin, is I'll start to do my circular motions, buffing that one into pores. So beautiful ones, that's one layer of the white powder mixed with water to create the paste, which we've used as a primer today. And I followed with the IRL Skin Filter Foundation by Revolution, didn't I? And my skin just looks amazing now, doesn't it? and I haven't used primer at all. So if you're anything like me, gorgeous ones, and don't like primers and don't like wasting money on, please don't rush out there and go and buy yourself loads of new primers. If you've got a white powder, this would work perfectly well. It gives you the most amazing base for foundation. It fills in pores. It gives you a nice white, pure white canvas, so the colour of the foundation's a lot truer. And now I just think my skin looks awesome, doesn't it? It's glowing. It just looks really smooth and healthy, apart from in, but should we just gloss over that for today? Let's do that, shall we? And personally speaking, beautiful ones, you can't see the white powder at all, can you? All you can see is just amazing skin. So beautiful ones, that's how to achieve amazing, flawless, superb looking, expensive looking skin without going out there and having to buy a new primer. Just wet your brush before applying the white powder. Make a paste, very, very thin paste, but a paste nonetheless. Let it dry for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then go in with a layer of foundation and you'll have amazing looking skin. If you've enjoyed today's tutorial, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Similarly, consider subscribing and leave a comment and I'll endeavour to reply. All that remains is for me to wish you beautiful ones a gorgeous Friday. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you all very, very soon. Lots of love.